Goodwill's mission is changing lives through education, training, and employment. It's simple. When you donate your clothing and household items to Goodwill, you help us provide training and employment opportunities for Arkansans. Goodwill places Arkansans into good jobs and industries across the state. In addition, Goodwill serves thousands who access programs and services that mentor, train, and prepare them for work. Look at the donation cycle. You drive up to a donor door at a store or attended donation center and drop off your stuff. Goodwill store associates sort, hang, tag, price, and shelve your donations, stocking our retail locations so those items may be purchased. Shoppers buy your donated items and take them home. The sale of your donations accounts for 96% of Goodwill's revenue that helps us provide education, training, and employment opportunities for people with barriers to employment. Those barriers include having a background, physical or intellectual disabilities, or even the lack of a high school diploma. Your impact doesn't end there. Our environment benefits when you choose to ditch the dumpster and drop your items at Goodwill. Goodwill diverts millions of pounds of recycled materials from landfills, e-waste, clothing, and household goods that find second lives as they are hung or shelved and then sold from our stores. Feel good about your donations. We transform them into revenue that funds workforce development. Donated goods are the fuel that feeds the engine, our mission of changing lives. Take a look at this story and you'll see Goodwill is certainly the home of second chances.
My first incarceration, I probably was about 8, about 7 or 8. And yeah, that was the beginning of it, you know, that was the beginning of it. Lionel as a kid was adventurous, you know, very analytical, you know, just life in general, you know, just wanting to really kind of know the facts about things, you know. Troublesome. My family growing up, you know, was kind of separated, you know. My mother was going through her drug addictions, you know. My sisters had been separated from us, you know. We had moved here to Arkansas to live with my father for a while when I was a kid. I love my siblings so much, you know, and just to be separated from them at that young of an age, you know, and to go live with my father who I had known before that, you know, it was hard for me. I can remember times I've been arrested and somewhat felt a sense of relief. Just relief from life, just relief from being on the streets. You know what I mean? I actually could lay down, go to sleep in peace, you know, wake up, eat a decent meal, you know, just things like that. You know, as a kid, searching for those things, you know, you shouldn't have to search for those things as a kid. You know, those things should be provided for you through the people that love you. In 2003, I was arrested and I was charged with distribution of cocaine, and I was given a 151-month sentence in the federal correctional institution. So during that time, I just went through a lot of changes in life. I went through being angry at the world, you know, blaming people for, you know, the mistakes that I made, to actually being able to talk to some guys that was incarcerated before me, you know, doing the long sentences, and just being able to hear a grown man for the first time explain life and how life man should really be in life. I was released from prison in 2016, on July the 18th, I believe, and I was having trouble finding a job. I came to the federal halfway house here in Little Rock. You know, they give you 30 days to find your job, and I was out. And it's probably like my 3rd week going into my 4th week, and I was kind of down or whatever. And a guy told me he was going downstairs, and I was like, man, where you going? He was like, man, they got a Goodwill thing over here across the street, man. They help you get jobs, you know what I mean, give you a ride to work and things of that nature. So I came up and I did my initial interview, and he was like, man, I really like you, man. I believe in you. We're gonna help you out, you know. So I told him my job skills that I had learned through being incarcerated, electricity, you know, and various other little things. And they put me in the maintenance shop, and that's where it all started happening for me.
Lionel has been a model employee. He was what we wish, you know, every supervisor wishes they could have in an employee. He's He's here every day, he's dependable, and he believes in the mission and wants to give back to Goodwill that gave him so much.
During his time in the maintenance department, prior to graduating from the TEO program, we recognized Lionel's mechanical aptitude and drive and his determination to bring things to closure. Lionel's focus on ensuring that he's successful and his internal drive to do so is impressive.
For a long time, I didn't have a vision. I didn't have a dream. I didn't grow up with a dream of becoming a fireman or a dream of becoming, a lawyer or a doctor. Or, society that I lived in, it didn't allow young people to dream. So I just grew up not really having a dream, and when I finally, experienced the amazement of having it, it's life-changing.
Workforce development is at the heart of most everything we do. We identify workforce needs and then go about creating programs, partnerships, and solutions to fill those needs. Let's look at some of our most impactful programs. There are more than 300,000 Arkansans over the age of 25 who lack a high school diploma, and as a result, earn up to $10,000 less than those who have one. The Excel Center at Goodwill was born out of that need. It's the first adult high school in Arkansas providing students ages 19 and older the chance to earn their high school diploma. The school is tuition-free with flexible and accelerated classes to meet the needs of working adults. Classes start every 8 weeks, and free drop-in childcare and transportation assistance are available to each student. Life coaches are assigned to every student to ensure that any barriers to success can be overcome. The first class of 6 graduates walked for their diplomas in December of 2018. Let's see their stories.
I was in my senior year, and a lot of things started happening as far as with my mom. So a lot of responsibilities became mine.
Going through high school, I was kind of by myself. So whenever I got pregnant, I felt even more alone and isolated.
Trent, he left school when he was in the 10th grade. He went to several different public schools, but he never did quite find the right place.
I went all the way to 12th grade, walked across the stage, and I was lacking 2 credits in English and math. And after high school and after I even walked across that stage, I never looked back.
I went through my 12th grade year, like the whole year. Went through it, 11th, 9th. I just didn't succeed in the 10th grade.
I felt like I was getting too old for high school, and because by the time I graduated, I think I would have been like 20.
Just wanting like a better life for not only my son, but my family as a whole.
Having my high school diploma has always been something that I wanted.
And I didn't realize what a mistake I made till later on in life.
I have teachers that actually will help me.
I have great teachers with Miss Joy, and she's so awesome as far as math. And I have great classmates who actually care.
I love it. The pace is great.
It was the best experience. If I could do it all over again, I would.
They're always trying to find ways to help you, and I just didn't get that in high school. Like there is no, well, I'm gonna skip over you because we have to move on.
It's hard because when I get home, I have to become mom again. I have to clean up, fix food, and after I finish all that, I have to find time to study.
A lot of phone calls, a lot of video chats. Basically just, trying to finish up so I can get home. But we've made it work. I finally did it. Because someone told me, they said, we knew you could do it, but you always do things in your own time. So this was my time.
The pressure from my family, sisters, brothers, because they didn't finish high school, so they wanted me to be the only one to finish. And with me making that step, now they all came with it.
And I'm really excited to be graduating with them.
you're not just in a room full of students, you're in a room full of people who care in your family.
It's almost like a big family.
They like family. They treat me just like family. Even though I'm young, it will never be different. I love them.
The medical field has always been something that I wanted to do.
And I want to be a nurse practitioner, to be exact. I know there's going to be years of school, but I'm willing to do the work and I'm willing for the challenge. I'm up for it.
Once I get to Murfreesboro, I plan on working and going to school. I really want to go into audio engineering.
It means a lot. I mean, this is the first class to come out of here at the Excel Center, and it's almost like setting a pace for everybody else to actually want to complete this.
Anything is possible. I'm not going to say that it's easy, because nothing is easy, but nothing is easy that lasts. So you have to get in there and you have to just take that chance.
Don't ever give up, no matter what circumstances you're going through, what you feel like is holding back. Just push through.
I told the rest of my class that we're milestones. We're walking milestones, and that's something we ought to be proud of. It's not even about the diploma, it's about the win. And so I feel like I won.
This is the life that a lot of us, need. And this is the life that I chose, and this is the life that I always wanted. So I'm here, and I can't be nothing but grateful.
Goodwill has more than 20 career centers across Arkansas that help individuals prepare for and find good jobs. Goodwill works directly with employers to match their needs with suitable candidates. Last year, thousands of Arkansans found work with Goodwill's help. The Career Services team provides assistance to many thousands more who need interview coaching, resume assistance, and soft skills training to prepare them to enter or re-enter the workforce. The Academy at Goodwill is licensed by the Arkansas State Board of Private Career Education. Trade school classes give students the opportunity to earn certificates for high-demand careers. Academy training programs include Career Readiness Certification, Forklift Certificate, Environmental Services Technician Training, Digital Literacy Training, and Certified Business Professional Training. The CBP program offers certifications in customer service, business communication, business etiquette, leadership, and sales. These certifications help Arkansans be more employable and help employers fill those high-demand positions more quickly. Goodwill has a robust re-entry program. It assists individuals with a history of criminal convictions and incarceration as they transition back into their communities and find work. Goodwill delivers a superior level of expertise in recruiting, screening, and prepping job seekers, so employers receive well-qualified, capable candidates. Returning citizens who participate in the intensive re-entry program at Goodwill have a recidivism rate of less than 6%. Those who do not participate in such in-depth programs have a 1 in 2 chance of returning to prison. According to the American Community Survey of 2016, only 32% of people with disabilities in Arkansas have jobs. At Goodwill, our disability services team works one-on-one with individuals with disabilities to determine interests, skills, and abilities so they may overcome barriers to successful employment. The unemployment rate for those who are deaf, hard of hearing, or deaf-blind is even higher. 61% of that population is unemployed. The DREAMS program, or Deaf Readiness to Employment and Achieving Maximum Success, was born out of this need. Services are provided in American Sign Language with a strong emphasis on deaf culture. Individuals in this program have defined vocational and employment goals and work with staff to monitor progress toward those goals. The Horizons program serves young adults with autism spectrum disorder. This program allows individuals to identify strengths, learn new skills, and find a productive niche in the workforce in their communities. Goodwill carves out occupational pathways, empowers individuals, and gives young adults and their families the opportunity to enjoy full and productive lives. So there you have it. Goodwill touches many Arkansans every year, giving them the opportunity to improve their quality of life through delivery of our mission, changing lives through education, training, and employment. Now you see how much good you can do when you donate and shop. Good will happen.